freaking mirrors. Ah, goodbye. Sure, I'll take the radish. Why not? Oh no. Son of a bitch. Go die. Attack me? I think not. Silly! Be right with you, boo.
That's everything.
I just gotta read this travel log, ancient log, which hopefully isn't gonna be very long. I mean, it's shorter than the others, but still, I'm going to yawn a million times. I'm gonna yawn just thinking about it. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, my jaw clicks. Don't judge it. Ancient log. Following guillotines. You actually called a man guillotine. Add an E and use guillotine. Instructions. The research went well. We've created a clockwork mecha that can release energy. Oh, guillotine is the assistant. We finally have the assistant's name. Oh my god. To be honest, we no longer need to call it a clockwork machine as it doesn't rely on elastic potential. It'll be compelling to see what results he achieves next in kinematics. There's no way old-fashioned clockwork mecha can withstand such power output. Even young geniuses must stumble now and then. The thought of using this sort of unstable energy source is impressive, though we have long observed these unique energies in Fontaine's atmosphere, water, and organisms, and it's always been regarded as a latent threat rather than a potential source. Aren't there a few young geniuses too many nowadays? The director is pleased, sure, but won't someone spare a thought for us ordinary people? I mean, not all of us are as simple-minded as Sherbius. Okay, maybe. But I thought that the assistant said that he'd inadvertently helped with the breakthrough. So I assumed that Guillotine was the assistant, but maybe he's not, because now I'm mentioning Sherbius. It received a very high rating. If the patent were to be granted, the potential financial gain would be considerable. However, I decided to decline the opportunity because the machine was practically all Guillotine's work, and I can take no credit here. There. I think this is somebody else. I think this is unrelated to the first two. My family was quite angry about it, but as an engineer, one must have at least a little dignity and self-awareness. Still making improvements, and output efficiency has increased. Seems to have been specially recruited. That's good. He can use that live research. Who knows what horrors he might have unleashed. At this stage, we have to pull out. The director says everyone will be given a position and research resources after reconstruction, but I'm afraid if it were me, I would use this as an excuse for a major shake-up. People like me won't get recalled anyway. Never mind. I've been pretty happy these past few days. I guess I consider it my retirement. I'll go to the city and open a small workshop, repairing watches for folks, cameras too. Right. I'll see if I can make a waterproof clock. With the way things are going, I might make a killing in the future. Is this the predecessor or the one who started the business that we did the event with? The, horlogerie. That thing. Is this the dude who started up that business? Could be. Hi, Celie. Where would you like to go? Is this way? I mean, it's literally there. Ha! Yeah, bro, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Wind tunnel? Question mark? Oh, I didn't even see the water. I had no idea there was water there. That's not going to help though, is it? Because it only goes, oh, hey, looky. I'm intrigued. And Kaching's just here treading water in her high heels. Like an absolute queen. Hi. Okay.
I see everything. Incoming. You give, you receive.
They were harder to kill. They had sturdier health bars. Yes, I know they're a different element, but when I'm not using any of the elements against them, like the Numa or the Usha, it really doesn't make much of a difference. That's cute, but that's a wall. I know there's a hydroculus somewhere. But where? Hydroculus, I'm on top of you. Where the fuck are you? Hydroculus. I think it is on crack. I don't know where you are. I'm moving on. Ah, well that's rude. Oh, hold on. I don't have the right... Ouchies. Really? You really want to go me, mate? Don't recommend it. Does this open a door that goes back to the hydroculus? Yes! No!
Hey!
Don't hit Nahida. That's rude.
Hey! Nowhere to hide.
Yay! Ah! No! Oh, yeah. Ancient notes, and you guys get to listen to the hydroculus as we do this. Though it's a shame we'll have to miss it. I was looking forward to Coppelius's new work. Ever since he was a child, he's always been incredibly talented. Out of consideration for everyone's safety, it's been decided that the institute shall close. What? Why? Driven by the energy and vigor of youth, the young ones are clamoring to go out and do battle. Is this to do with the incident? Yeah? I hope someday they will understand the importance of prioritizing post-disaster reconstruction over marching off to die. I fear that it shan't be long before we must depart. We have chosen a good piece of land near the Fountain of Lucine as the post-relocation site. They even say they want to use the land to build an opera house. They'd sooner set faces aflame with shame and laughter. To think that anyone could be so comical. We're going to pay our respects at Basil's grave. I hope it all turns out like Emmanuel said. However, it's the Institute's responsibility to support gifted and talented youths. Met with the newly appointed Eudex. He has a peculiar temperament. He seems much more reliable than Leon and those other clowns. If all goes well, it has the potential to completely revolutionize our understanding of Clockwork Mecha. The proposed methodology and plan are reliable, worth paying more attention. The results of early phases have been satisfactory. We will increase our investment. Carter's leave requests have been increasing in frequency. Better have someone keep an eye on him. He may be having financial difficulties. Not like it's possible for it to be a family matter. After some consideration, I've decided to enroll them and temporarily assign them to the same lab. However, I'm concerned about the impact of their joining after Alan on the mental slate of others. Must keep careful watch. Joining Alan on the mental slate of others. The mental slate of others? What? Still unconscious during the visit, so he couldn't speak. Decided to take a blood sample and see if there's a cure or a way to mitigate it. But I don't know what it is. Although the proposed research plan is expected to face challenges in obtaining recognition, I believe it holds significant practical value, so it justifies approval. Toxins remain in the soil and water and have not yet been fully neutralized. The water is producing deformed oceanids. In a way, this could be a reflection of previous events. I only just learned that these are Carl's adopted children. It's a shame the Nazissenkreuz Institute no longer exists. This could be the biggest breakthrough in a century. It will change all of society. The report mentioned abnormal movements. I'll have to find a chance to talk to Emmanuel about it. Okay, I'm a little lost about who's whom and what's going on here, but sure. I still don't know the assistant's name. I thought I did, but then I realized that I have no indication that any of these names pertained to the assistant. Hi, I hurt. Please don't hurt me, Mr. Ruengard. This must be the one mentioned in the files. Yeah. What files? Nothing. I meant the description I read in the Steambird. I suppose this is dangerous? Then I'll leave it to you two. No, I'm going to read this first. Ancient Investigative Report. There are suspicions of some sort of There are suspicions of some sort of association or group activity among the leaders, with the so-called master involved. Whilst they are very vigilant towards external investigations, there is currently no evidence of aggression or any invasive nature, so the case is not being pursued through official investigative channels. Objective remains unclear, and further investigation is required. There is reason to suspect that the Institute may be the hub of these activities. So, are we saying that the Fatui has perhaps infiltrated the Institute? I don't know what we're saying here. Hi.
I see everything.
Come on, sir.
Power that ended high shot.
Don't blink.
Cut to the chase.
Don't be so rude, sir. Ah, it's quest related. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Quest related, don't give me loot. Hey, we found it. Hello, investigate. Ah, don't know about this one. Again with the swirly camera. According to my research, this should be the treasure vault of the Lilia Crucis Forum. The riches we seek should be within. Whoa, a treasure vault? But this doesn't look like a vault at all. Where's the treasure? Paimon thought the vault would be full of glittering golden mora, as dazzling as the sun. You should know, my dear friends, that just as the truly wealthy do not flaunt it in anything as shallow as appearances, real treasure... Oh, Paimon knows what you're about to say. The real treasure was the friends we made along the way. I really don't think that's what he was about to say. I was about to say that the real treasure is not so easily revealed, but you're also exactly right, Paimon. I have to say, I could never come up with something so wise and philosophical. That's because you plan on murdering us. Regardless, the purpose of our expedition is to uncover the treasure the Institute has hidden away for centuries. Again, he's saying Institute, not Forum. And I am convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that the treasure is hidden in this room, so let's hurry up and get in there and find it. You sure? Paimon doesn't see anything in there besides a few broken ruin mechanisms. Your words wound me, my friend. We're partners who are seeking the Institute's long-lost treasure together. Do you really doubt me? Okay, so is this like a forum or an institute? Ah, about that. Let's just say the different records refer to it differently. But my dear Lunara, this is the first time you've referenced me and not Paimon. The name isn't the important thing. We should keep our eyes on the prize. What we are talking about isn't merely a matter of hundreds of thousands or even millions of mora, but a vast secret trove of hundreds of millions of mora sleeping within the vault. Hundreds of millions of mora? And there are other priceless items in the vault too, like, he's totally making this shit up. There's the all-powerful Lilia Crucis Holy Sword, which can pierce through armor and destroy the soul itself. A magical item powerful beyond compare. Wow, Paimon had no idea, and it's all in this vault? Precisely, and if you ask me, every moment that we spend bantering here increases the risk of us being beaten to the treasure by all sorts of scrupulous ruffians who will stop at nothing to steal it, except it's literally a one-way entrance and no one's come up behind us, so... We can't let that happen, it's our treasure. See, you get me. Then in that case, Senora and Paimon, please go forth and recover the treasure. I'll make sure to watch the rear. Let's just go. What's the worst that can happen? What are you saying, Lunara? If we don't beat the bad guys to the treasure, they might try to take it from us or force us to split it with them. I'm not worried about that. Paimon understands you're worried this vault might be protected by some sort of mechanisms, right? Yeah, there's always traps at the end. Virgil. What's wrong, Lunara? Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Don't worry, I won't let anyone get through. Oh, and please let me know when you find the treasure. Traveler's in on it. She understands what's going on. But it glittered. Didn't it? Yes, it glittered. Wow. Oh, that's a freaking mushroom behind the damn thing. But now that you mention it, this Lilia Crucis Forum really did a lot of research, didn't they? We saw so many cameras along the way. They were probably used to record the results of their experiments, right? And there's also a notebook here too. Let's see. Yep. It's hard to make out a lot of the words. It says, when something goes out of control, break, something else, something, so damage can be controlled. Are we saying that these Fontanians were the ones who created these Ruin Guardians and shit? This machine, why does it look kind of familiar? I think we've seen it before. Well, since this order brought all kinds of mechanisms from other nations to this place, this is probably something they hauled over from some distant ruin as well. Well, Pamela just had a really scary thought. What if the so-called treasure is just their research findings? That already occurred to me. And it's nothing to do with Palsamora at all. Knowledge has value too. Yeah, you're right, Lunara, but Paimon still wants Mora. If we had hundreds of millions of Mora, we could build a pretty house and invite all our friends over, just eating great food and having fun day after day. Hi. Oh, I guess you attacked the same time as the other guy. How nice of you. Why do you look weird? Thanks. Is Hydroculus here? Where? Outside? But I don't see it. There's a glass wall here, and it seems like there's a bunch of water behind it. A bunch of water? Is water really described as bunches? Huh. Look, there are cracks in the glass. There it is! I was in the wrong angle. Ah, that looks dangerous. If the glass suddenly breaks, who knows where we'll get swept off to. Let's find the treasure quickly and get the heck out of here. That's our exit plan, Paimon. You're right with you. Just gonna finish around you first. Whoops. Excuse me. Just taking that. Thanks. Ugh, Paimon sure hopes this ruin thing isn't going to suddenly stand up. It's just a ruin grader. We can handle it. Paimon's not worried about you being strong enough. Paimon's just scared that you'll break the treasure in the middle of the fight. We don't even know if there's a treasure here to break. There has to be. There is, right? Huh? What's that sound? Virgil, what's going on? I'm so very sorry. I made a terrible mistake. It was only during our expedition that I realized this wasn't the former grounds of the Lydia Crucis Forum, but rather the ruins of the Institute of Natural Philosophy. There's no treasure here, but there are lots of experiments of machinery and energy. And now, my dearest friends, another experiment is about to begin. As for treasures, it would be wrong to say there aren't any at all here. As seasoned adventurers, I'm sure you've accumulated quite a bit of Mora and other precious items over the course of your journey. I will return after the conclusion of the experiment to collect the treasures you are sure to leave behind. And don't worry, my friends. I'll be sure to put them to good use. Virgil, you lied to us? I'm not surprised at all. So you knew, and still decided to step into my trap. You're the kind of person I despise the most. So arrogant and disdainful. You blasted fools all treat me like an idiot. Even a couple of foreign Whatever. According to the records here, this machine is a special ruin grader. No matter how good you are, even if you can handle ruin guards, you're still only made of flesh and bone. As to what makes it special, I'll leave you to find out in your own good time. Goodbye, my dear partners. Lunara, get ready. It's not like you're going to participate, Paimon. Hi. May I please bestow the bounty on you?
Commit it to memory.
Somewhat uncooperative research subject. Somewhat uncooperative. Lol.
With sword comes shadow.
Still not sure what makes it extra special.
By my sword.
What? The room machine really is something special. Why? Because it won't die and it just heals?
Growl.
There's no like pneuma
To ashes.
Isha down here, is there?
speed of light. Hey!
Oh, this is what we're supposed to do. Yay me! I figured something out super quickly. That's gonna hurt. That's a lot of water pressure. Under the relentless assault of the raging waters, the room greater ceases to function, but you and Paimon are swept away. Okay. Paimon drank so much water. Paimon's so mad to think that Virgil would be someone like that. Good thing we managed to escape that way. Who knows what might have happened otherwise. I'm glad I don't have to control my character. Once we're out of here, hey, Broken Wall, we're going to find him and settle that score. Paimon can't believe he put us in danger like that, or something like that. I don't know, it kind of went away really quickly. I literally am not even pressing anything. Paimon didn't think there'd be buildings like this underwater. It looks like the rising water levels have caused something. People used to live here, right? Paimon gets a little sad thinking about it. We must have to come here because we're passing things. Like vents and shit. Oh, I can control myself. It's fine. I didn't see anything terribly important. Where do you think the current's going to take us? I don't know, Paimon. What if we get trapped in some odd underwater dead end? I'm kind of enjoying just drifting by. It's great. Light! Lunara! Paimon sees light! Oop, missed that one. Gonna miss these ones too. Thalata Submarine Canyon. Did it say submarine? I don't know. I wasn't really watching. Whew, we finally got out. Gah, Paimon's pissed. We're gonna find that guy and we're gonna... Did it just say Paimon's pissed? What? This game actually cursed? Or cussed, rather? Paimon's pissed? Who did the translation job? I gotta go back and check that I read that correctly. It really said that? Isn't this like a G-rated game? Or PG tops? Wow. I am agog. I didn't want to read the party info. I thought I hit L. Did I not for log? Or we J for log? Hold up. Oh, we're J for log. I'm so sorry. Starfield is L for log. That was my problem. Simulation. Azure Dash. Yeah, I get that you're active now, but that's not the point. The point is that I want to kill this motherfucker for turning on me, but I don't have a quest for that. I wonder if we'll ever meet him again. Should I go back to where I met him the first time? That was back this way. Oh. No, I already had that marked. But is this going to be him? Yeah, that's great, but I wanted to know the name of the quest. Well... Paimon, the best travel companion ever? What? He's... Hello? Now, this is a most serendipitous meeting. Won't you agree, my dear Luca? Who are you? Apologies. Look at me, beginning a conversation without even introducing myself. I am Sonny, the one they sometimes call the White Glove. My friend here is Luca the Fisherman. He's pretty famous in certain circles. If he's a fisherman, why is he wearing armor? That seems like a very unsafe thing to do in case he fell in the water. Hello. Paimon is Paimon, blah, 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 blah. It's most alright. I know that you were Paimon, and this blonde traveller is Lunara. Huh? You know us already? But of course, as you said before today, my knowledge of you was much like my knowledge of the Chief Justice. In other words, I knew of you, but you did not know of me. With your fame and accomplishments, it is only natural that news of your arrival would reach us as soon as you stepped foot in Fontaine. But this is where the other two was for this quest. This is odd. We're that famous? Ah, you're too humble. How should I put it? To certain people, your arrival in Fontaine would be as if someone had just set off a bomb on the stage of Opera Epiclese. I don't know that they're too comparable. Of course, I mean this in only the most positive way. Don't you agree, my dear Luca? Does Luca ever say anything? But how can a bomb going off ever be a good thing? I'm not very good with words. How would you put it, my dear Luca? Lenny Leonard's magic show, blasting everything wide open to accomplish the impossible. Spine-tingling experience. Precisely! See, I would never have thought to put it like that. If you say so. Why are you called the White Glove, though? Paimon doesn't see a glove at all. Ooh, now that's a hard question. How should I explain? Imagine, if you will, that you're wearing a white glove, or something dirty were to get on your hand, then a dark mark would be left on the glove. My duty would be to find that dark mark and remove it from view. See, something like a cleaner? Exactly, my dear Paimon. See, I was never able to so succinctly summarize the nature of my work. It's literally one word, cleaner. So people like you are the reason why the streets of the court of Fontaine are always so well kept and tidy. No, Paimon, he's not a trash collector. That's what I like to hear. Yes, you may understand it like that. I mean, she didn't mean it like that, but I see how you're taking it. Okay, that makes sense to Paimon, but why would a cleaner need a knife? You may think of it as a small tool of the trade that we bring out when there are marks that are particularly hard to remove. Got it, thanks. So, is your friend Luca here at Luca the Fisherman because he's really good at fishing? That's only a part of the story, I'm afraid. See, there are many kinds of fish in Fontaine as well. Yeah, bro, I kind of totally just thought that you were going to be a follow-up to the quest I just had, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm not going to follow up on your lead, so to speak, because I have the event quest to do. My throat super hurts because, you know, I've had a long day at work. I was a lot of talking, and now I'm doing more talking, and it's just, yeah, my throat, my poor throat. Luca here is really experienced at teaching people to spend some quality time with all the... He literally be dropping dead bodies into the water to feed the fish. Wow, we went there. With all different kinds of fish. Am I right, my dear Luca? Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. If that's the case, then... I must say, dear Paimon, that you've really got a knack for asking the most difficult and fascinating questions. It would be most wonderful if we could have a longer conversation where I would be able to answer everything to your full satisfaction. Paimon, it's okay to stop asking. Anything we can help with? You see, we're extremely intrigued by the practice of diving. Fontaine's waters are full of priceless treasures left by nature and our ancestors alike. We heard that you had made a good friend recently. Okay, it does pertain. I thought it was too weird for this to be starting at the exact same spot. And even went for a dive with him. Your powers were such that you didn't even need to use any diving equipment. Isn't that right, my dear Luca? You want to ask about Virgil? Yes, we want to ask about Virgil. Virgil, that liar and traitor. Just remembering it makes Paimon mad. You recount your experiences with Virgil to Sunny the White Glove and Luca the Fisherman. Oops, click. I see. Thank you for telling us all this. You're welcome. Paimon hasn't forgotten a single thing about that guy. We are, of course, exceedingly grateful that you were willing to share the whole story with us. However, from your own perspective, I'm even more relieved that you do not consider Virgil to be a friend. If that hadn't been the case, we would be feeding the fishies? Maybe I put it like this. Had you seen him as a friend, things would have become quite awkward for the both of us. Isn't that right, my dear Luca? You could make things difficult. I agree. Thank you so much. What are you talking about? They are Virgil's enemies. Ah, my enemy's enemy is my friend. Your words wound me, my lovely lady. I have many friends, not a single enemy. Virgil is just one of my many friends. Speaking of dear Virgil, I think it's about time that we have a serious talk with him. Surely you understand what I mean, dear Lunara. Of course, this is also so that we can get back at him for what he's done to you. That's the least we can do for our honoured guests, don't you think? Paimon is lost. He's the White Glove. That's all you have to know. It's okay to not understand everything, Paimon. Okay. We've already found the stronghold of Virgil and the rest of his friends. Why don't we meet up there? Alright, let's go. Paimon wants to talk to Virgil too. He has to make a formal apology to us. You are too kind. Then let's meet up at our destination. Oh my gosh. Again, isn't this like a PG-rated game? What are we going to do to Virgil? Oh my god, he's going to feed the fish before the evening's out. Anyway, quest. I'm sorry. Start field is L. I need to press J.